How did you end up on Taylor Swift's private jet?
She was giving me a ride. That was it, basically.
Watch out, boom shot. You tell him so there's a make the way to Merman now. So this one is short shot. Him can't stop. Boom shot.
Boom shots.
She was giving me a ride. That was it, basically. She was heading in my direction. I hitchhiked, and so we put a song on the album called Hitchhiker. So yeah, I mean that was just it. But it gave me an opportunity to have a conversation with her, you know. And she's a real person. She's so kind. I mean, the gesture, just having me on her show was very much appreciated.
So, were you on the show before you caught a lift on the plane, or?
Yeah. So we did the show, and then we were heading to LA, and she was like, "Hey, why don't you ride with us?"
So how did she first reach out to you, though?
I think that was through the label, you know. So it wasn't like she didn't hit me up personally, but I think that was through the label.
Did she say anything memorable about your music, or I mean,
Of
obviously
course.
inviting you on the stage?
Just inviting me on the stage, you know, it shows me that she respected my work, and you know, she was a fan of what I do, just as I'm a fan of hers. You know what I mean? So it was like, I don't know. There was no ego. There was just two people who love what they do and had something in common. You know?
I'm curious what your favorite Bob Marley song is and why.
Oh man, Turn Your Lights Down Low. It's pretty unusual for Bob Marley because a lot of people hear about Rastafari, hear about Bob Marley, and you think he's just always preachy, but that's not the case. The song shows diversity and shows him as an artist. And we're right back to my point. It shows him as an artist, and it shows that regardless of his belief, and his morals and whatnot, there's a common ground that you can relate to him on. You're with that special person. Turn your lights down low and pull your window curtain. You're sharing an intimate moment. You know what I mean? So it has nothing to do with religion or whatever. It's just a common ground that a lot of people can relate to, and that's what you do as an artist.
And speaking of that special person, have you only found your cheerleader in life?
Well, I'm dating. Leave it at that. I never bring the public into my personal life because that's the end of it. There has to be something that is yours, and I always keep that off limit. But I can give my fans that much if they need to know.
All right, fair enough. For those who may not be familiar with dancehall vernacular, can you break down the song "Standing on All Threes"?
All right. Well, I don't know if I told you that I love writing from a metaphoric standpoint, and I like to have a little bit of mystery in my songs, and therefore "Standing on All Threes," I think it captures that very much. That mystery. It is talking about sex, of course, and it is dancehall influenced. Even the beat, it is dancehall influenced. It is very sensual as well. And the minute you hear it, subliminally it hacks into something in your brain, and you're forced to think along that line. Even without listening to the lyrics. So that's it for me. I mean, all threes. It's not very straightforward, and I'm using a lot of the Jamaican dialect in it. So you would probably have to spend some time in Jamaica to understand it right away.
I definitely got the message.
Okay, good. Good.
It is interesting though that on those two tracks, Fireworks and Standing on All Threes,
Right.
you sing in patois.
Yeah.
The rest of the album is proper English.
Of course.
It's just the rhythm brings it out.
It's world music. It's appealing to so many different people. And my cousin called me the other day and he was like, "Yo, this is well balanced. This is a well balanced album." and I knew exactly what he was talking about, it being a very balanced album, you know, because he found something on it that he could immediately relate to. I was looking at another review and it was the same opinion, that it's a very balanced. Not saying that I don't respect, you know, the people who don't like it, but you know, I want to talk about the people who do like it and what they like about it. It's a very balanced album.
For people who know your back catalog, you do have that one kind of remix collab with Shaba, Boom Rhythm.
Right.
What do you think about current dancehall right now? Do you have any artists that you particularly check in for?
I also did something with Busy Signal the other day, you know, as you mentioned before. I chose Busy Signal because I think Busy has substance. You know, I think Busy Signal has a character, which is very important as an artist. He has a very distinctive vocal. You know, and his whole way of composing his lyrics and how much fun he has in the booth. I had the opportunity of working with him, and I realized his work ethic. You know, we called him. He was supposed to show up, and he showed up like 15 minutes before the time we were expecting him. And his enthusiasm showed me that, you know, he really loves what he does, and it's not just about, you know, the monetary value of music. He has a very deep passion for it. You know, so that made me want to work with him even more. So I have to give him, you know, a lot of credit.
What has changed the most in your life with all the success that you experienced?
I mean, surely I'm in a better position. You know, I'm in a better position. You're able to afford more things now. You travel a lot more. You have more exposure. Your confidence will grow. You know, all the good things. You know, but all the good things can turn into bad things if you're not careful. You understand what I'm saying? You still have to maintain, you know, your humility, and you still have to just be grounded. You know, you have good people around you. You know, who keeps you in line. You know, always make time for family. You know, the usual stuff. You know, but of course, your life is going to change. It's never going to be the same again.
Any long lost cousins coming out of the woodwork that you didn't know you had?
All the play cousins. Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, people are always going to look to you. You know, especially everything is on camera and everything looks all shiny. And you know, people are always going to look to you for help, but it's nothing that I care to talk about. It's either I'm going to help you or I can't, or I'm not. You know, it's simple.
What was Salam Remi's role in the putting together the album?
Well, he was very instrumental in putting together the album. He was very involved. I like working with him. I like the way he works. I like his ethics. I like his methods. You know, I mean, he never hover or clouds me as an artist. He always allowed me to be creative and, you know, and let me work. And then he comes in and you know, he does the rest. So it's a good relationship.
No doubt about it.